on my young, there's some savages running your trap, at you up for them packages. Rob you for bricks, finesse you for pounds. Fuck all that talking, they laying you down. Gotta teach niggas about playing around. Cartel connected, you better respect it. Fuck up the paper, send you to your maker, they laying you six.
Welcome back, everyone, to some more 2018 NFL draft grades. Last time we did the NFC East, and now we're going to be doing the AFC West with the Broncos, Chargers, Raiders, and Chiefs. My voice did something weird when I said Broncos. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the intro. Let's get right into it. So this is my third year of grading drafts, and every year I give out one A+, and usually when I give a team an A+, or say that they're the big winner, I'm usually right. In 2016, I gave it to the Jaguars. That year, they drafted Jalen Ramsey, who's already one of the best corners in the NFL, Yannick Ngakoue, who's already a Pro Bowl talent, and Myles Jack, who's already a solid player as well. And in 2017, I gave an A+ to the New Orleans Saints. They drafted both defensive and offensive rookie of the years, Marshawn Lattimore and Alvin Kamara, and they also drafted Ryan Ramczyk and Marcus Williams. Most draft analysts gave the Saints C's, but I gave them an A+. And sure enough, I was right about the Saints. So I'm usually right when I give teams an A+, and this year I'm giving that honor to the Denver Broncos. Bradley Chubb at 5 makes their defense even scarier, and they have a talented defense. They did lose Aqib Talib, and they lost, I don't know if they lost anyone else, but this Broncos pass rush is going to be scary. Shane Ray, if he decides to play good, Derek Wolfe, Von Miller, and Bradley Chubb. Von Miller on one side and Bradley Chubb on the other side is going to be terrorizing for the opponent's offensive tackles. So I would watch out if I was in the AFC West, because none of those teams really have great offensive tackles, really other than Mitchell Schwartz. In round 2, they selected Courtland Sutton, the wide receiver from SMU, and he's a beast. He is my number 1 graded receiver in this draft, ahead of Calvin Ridley and DJ Moore. I thought he was better than DJ Moore, and I had him higher than Calvin Ridley because Calvin Ridley's already 23. Courtland Sutton's a big guy and will replace Demaryius Thomas, as Demaryius Thomas has had nowhere near the production the past few seasons as he did earlier in his career. So I think Courtland Sutton's going to be great for Case Keenum and then whoever will be the franchise quarterback, because Case Keenum's not going to be the franchise quarterback. He's going to be here for a few years, and he's going to be a good player for them. It's not like he's going to be a bad placeholder or anything. In round 3, they took Royce Freeman, very underrated running back from Oregon. I am a huge Oregon Ducks fan, so I really like Royce Freeman. They cut C.J. Anderson, so running back's a big need. I would imagine Royce is going to get a lot of playing time this year, him alongside Devontae Booker, and I expect Royce to be the main running back. Other than that, they had a pretty good day 3. Josie Jewell, Deshaun Hamilton, and Troy Fumgali were nice value picks. Cornerback Isaac Yiadom, I think that's how you say it, and round 3 from Boston College. That's another solid value pick and fits a need with the loss of Aqib Talib. And not to mention the kid who announced the Bradley Chubb pick. He has a really sweet voice. I wish I had that kid's voice. But on to the next team. Next is the Los Angeles Chargers. It doesn't seem like Los Angeles is going to be a huge hit for them, like in my Madden franchise. Anyway, I'm giving them an A-. I think they had a very solid draft. The Chargers took advantage of Derwin James falling to their lap. I had him as my number 9 prospect. At the beginning of the year, I had him as my number 1. And he sort of slipped down my board a little bit, but I still really liked him. Fits a position of need, as they did not bring back Trey Boston. So all they really have is Jahila Daye, and he's not really anything insane either. So Derwin James is going to be a day 1 starter, and he's a top 10 talent in this draft. So very hard to argue that pick. Match made in heaven for both sides. One of the best picks in the first round, I would say. In round 2, they took Uchenna Nwosu from USC. Their linebacking core is not great. Denzel Perryman and Kyle Emanuel aren't stars. I think this is about, I would say, good value for Nwosu. I would say early second round is a little bit of a reach, and a late second round, early third is definitely a really good value. So I think this is about where he should go, and he did go there. So I think that's a good pick for them. Other than that, Kaiser White and Justin Jackson were nice value picks on day 3. Kaiser White is actually who I had been mocked in the second round, so I actually got that right, and I did not get a lot right in my mock draft, so there's something, just run round. I gave the Broncos and Chargers 2 good grades, and the same's not going to be said for the Raiders and the Chiefs. I'm giving the Raiders a C-. I don't really like their draft too much. They traded down 5 picks from 10 to 15 with Arizona so they could take Josh Rosen. And all they did was swap a 3rd round pick for a 5th round pick. And that's not really that great of value. And then they picked Colton Miller at 15. That does fit a gigantic need as Donald Penn's getting older. And he did just get, I think, arrested. I think he was arrested. I'm not sure if he actually got arrested or charged or whatever for domestic violence. The Raiders have a good offensive line. Kelechi Osemele, Rodney Hudson, but they just don't really have that good of offensive tackles. So this does fit a need, but I think it's a reach. I viewed him as a late first, early second round prospect. I honestly had Connor Williams a tad better than him, who went in the middle of the second round. And Colton Miller is very raw. He should not really play at all this year because he's not ready. I think in 2019 he can start and he can be a solid player. I think he'll be a good player. I just think it's a little high. In round 2 they took P.J. Hall. Same thing, a little bit of a reach, but a position of need. The defensive tackle from Sam Houston State. I don't think it's a bad pick, but I think there are better defensive tackles like B.J. Hill on the board. In round 3, Arden Key is a very interesting selection. He was supposed to be picked high at the beginning of the year, number 1 on many people's boards at the start. I believe he was 2 or 3 for me. I know my top 3 was Derwin James, Saquon Barkley, and Arden Key. I just don't know if Key was 2 or 3 and if Barkley was 2 or 3. That's a pretty solid value pick. I'd say mid-3rd round pick is where he should go. Fits a position of need. They traded Jihad Ward, the former Illinois Fighting Illini, away. Maurice Hurst in round 5 is a phenomenal value pick. He's a first-round talent, but his heart issue concerns me, and if I was a team, he would not be on my draft board. I think he's really good, but the heart thing really scares me. Just look at Hank Gavers, a former college basketball player back in 1990. He was supposed to be the number 1 overall pick, but he collapsed on the court and died. Similar with Reggie Lewis, I think his name is. Reggie Williams, I forget his name. On the Celtics in the 1990s, another really good player, died of a heart issue. And that's why Chris Bosh should not play in the NBA again. Something like this could potentially happen to him. So, I don't think he should play. I really don't. Azim Victor and Marcel Aitman are solid day 3 picks as well. And it's kind of sad that the Raiders GM, Reggie McKenzie, didn't draft his own son, defensive tackle Khalil McKenzie, who went in the 6th round, and we're going to be talking about Khalil McKenzie's new team right now. It is the Kansas City Speaks. It just doesn't seem right that his dad didn't pick him. I get he's not like a top talent, but I'd think in like the 4th or 5th round, his dad would snag him, but I guess the Raiders didn't want to, because it's not like the Doc Rivers, Austin Rivers situation with the Clippers. But I'm giving them a C. I gave them a C last year, and now I actually really like their draft last year. Kareem Hunt was great, and I think Patrick Mahomes is going to be their franchise quarterback. I think he has the talent to be that. I think he's really good. So, I was wrong about the Chiefs draft class last year. I'm giving them a C again. They didn't have a first-round pick from the Mahomes deal. Breeland Speaks in round 2. He's a good player, but I would say the second round is a little too high. I'd say early to mid-3rd round, probably mid-3rd round, I would say would be good value for Speaks. Derek Nunati and Dorian O'Daniel are both solid 3rd round picks. I would say that's about where the 2 of them should have gone. Armani Watson, round 4, the safety from Texas A&M. I think that's solid. And Khalil McKenzie and Reggie McKenzie should certainly have a nice little rivalry with the Chiefs and the Raiders. I think the Chiefs should have worked on offense more. They did not pick a single offensive player, and I think their defense is a little better. They did lose Derek Johnson and Tamba Hali, but they could use some other receivers. They could use some offensive line, and they didn't get either of those. So that's going to end the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe. Peace.